As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Ryan on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Ryan now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. To throw again is Ryan. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to air one out, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A final shot before half for Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break, all square. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 44 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's Ryan to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Wentz to throw on second down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Takk McKinley bringing the pressure again, and that is his third sack here tonight. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle. A signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On play action, Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vic Beasley in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now Ryan, over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And when these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one, usually their offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do. They set the tone for either a good day or maybe a tougher day. And right now, we're seeing an excellent game because those two are finding each other. Doesn't matter where on the field, they're making plays.
Now it's Ryan toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw, it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second and goal. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know what is.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Bosher. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Play action. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Takk McKinley in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Ertz over the middle. He's at the 40, 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tech McKinley in there to get him again, and that's his 6th sack of the ball game, one off the NFL record of 7. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Steps away. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. To throw, it's Wentz. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Tuesday.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
20.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Falcons on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.